Hola, Lamala, and everyone. So today is a very special day. Today is the last day, the last section of Gongchig. And to save time, we will start soon. And we will start with my mandala offering. Today, Dupan Kunsang will chant Tibetan and Pauline will chant English. Humbly,
Guru Devandra Kinerena Mendrala Pradendra
completely liberated from the bounds of real and unreal, transcending the names and attributes of arising, cessation, and abiding, coming and going, affirmation and denial. The supreme mandala is a natural state. By offering it, may we be blessed to attain the state of Buddhahood. Om Guru Devada Kini Ratna Mandala Pratisa Suha.
Sanje Chudan Toje Chonam Lai Chanchu Pandu Dane Jadoje Adake Jinsu Jimbe Sonam Bala Benjir Sanje Chudan Toje Chonam Lai Chanchu Pandu Dane Jadoje Dagi Jinsu Jimbe Sonam Jindola Benjir Sanje Jumbo
Until awakening, I take refuge in the Buddha, Dharma, and the Supreme Assembly. By the merits of generosity and other good deeds, may I attain Buddhahood for the sake of all sentient beings.
Nam Kadanyam Besan Tamje Deva Devi Juda Dembra Juruji Dunga Dunga Juda Trevor Juruj Dunga Mebe Deva Mendra Juruji Nere Chada Nidan Danyum La Nebra Juruji Maya Nagada Nyambe Sunja Tamje Devada Devi Juda Dembra Juruj Dunge Da Dunge Je Juda Trevara Juruj Dunge Mebe Devada Mendra Juruj Nire Chada Nit Jarve Danyam La Nebra Juruj
May all mother sentient beings, boundless as the sky, have happiness and the causes of happiness. May they be liberated from suffering and the causes of suffering. May they never be separated from the happiness which is free from sorrow. May they rest in equanimity, free from attachment and aversion.
Hoi Chanse Wadan Chujin Shabbadan Jesu Yerang Gushin Survai Gewa Chungse Dake Jesamba Yatamche Zobe Chanchu Chembu
Whatever slight virtues I have accumulated through prostration, offering, confession, rejoicing, beseeching, and requesting, I dedicate it all for the sake of complete enlightenment.
Saji Buju Chujin Medo Dhamma Riru Linji Nide Jimbande Sanje Shinla Mikde Purva Yin Rupe Namda Shindu Jivarish Gusum Yonzo Lame Chonam Lai Chena Sansu Dejin Nijin Chu Dali Longju Nasi Yongji Lai Lame Chu Nidro Zandu Zui Ome Guru Devanda Gine Rena Menda Pati Zaya Zoa
The ground is sprinkled with scented water and strewn with flowers. It is adorned with Meru, the supreme mountain, the four continents, and the sun and the moon. As a Buddha field, I offer it. May all sentient beings attain the happiness of the Buddha field. To the lamas who possess three kayas, I offer the outer, inner, and the secret offerings. With my body, wealth, and all that is visible, please grant me the supreme realization and enlightenment.
Simje namje sambata loye jeda jeda jejun tumo tebaye jujin gulu gulu su.
Please turn the wheel of the Dharma, of the greater and lesser vehicle, and the teachings come unto both according to the disposition and mental capacity of sentient beings.
Kanshin kurbe janson jesu rongshin kara wale druvaran zebe kaji rinpoche jeba nambrata we jinjin chenlabji chujun jazu jimbu yindrase meshishin manam jache wa yunung wa tunje drebe druje tema mebe lama tamba nangla chan sarjin chudu jabzun jewa jinjin labaran zedu su dojin changwa delo naro ta mame tabo karunje tengwa karin sumde zebe lamesh Zaju lama yedam chusong la survan deso da ju shinji lo jenzi nga da dunpa zo sanje gandur ma nga pa den lama ra shira tuji ra yen tarbe lam dunpa yung zi shin yen nam la Pyusha zar la dang la me mam je wangpo dang der jing lao su chu ji chak la cha wa che ba nam Sanje song ra rab du shi shin de we juru jurwa te dan chi je tam pe chun yin bar yan dir shi shi 남가다 냠베 섬제 탐제 tondu toje lana mebra yang tabra zobe sanjije kumbanda ba jine jen tobra cha di chedo sonam nambra tabala sujin dun jubur jiwo nyambe tu jeba rinpoche sadam de sembra sho telandir kanshik sembra chewe chuji rinpa de tene dunba yang tabra zobe sanje jomden deje da chu jim kollo rinpa namba sum senayanda chuji pumbu jechi chidong senayanda 야는 택바 제종 하다 제바스나 다 대탐제기 되네 오다 추어지도 되네 되네 강사직 산제기 공방 토벌 지배기 남름나 되네 되네 송외기 다주 되네 공바지외기 용세야다 되니 되네 쇼르 지배가 그래 다 되는데 자네 되네 나도 가상다 좀 주과 인지 자상 슈 심바제네 된 단단한도 좀 듬바슈가 되려와 다 듬베 나는 양도 송가시 공도 슈 심베왕도 당와다
With the kind of motivation to attain the Buddhahood for the sake of all sentient beings, we are here on the Gongchig, which is the source or the essence of all the teachings of the Buddhas, and which also comprises all the teachings of Sutra and Tantra, which also comprises the three turning the wheel of Dharma, and also like all the teachings, 84,000 teachings of the Buddha were comprises here, and that is the Gongchig. And we have been teaching about the Gongchig for now. So we have finished almost, and we have finished up to 6 units, the vital points, and right now we are in the middle of the 7th unit, which is on the result states of the teachings. And all of you listen carefully. That's all.
다티 인도 전에 드니 가상 다 산지 사이 제고 세브로와 네 중가 된게 나네 드니 가상 시원한 신데 단중 모아서야 다티 되는 투용 어웨고 투용 요래 아니 드는 건데 모아제 나네 모아제도 나네 드니 조 내려와 가세 하는 건 좋다지 송대야 어웨나 용도와 다당 군대 탐지지 뒤섬도 싸바다 유배 계획 자반디 다다 심진 탐지 뉴도 라나메바 양탑으로 조배 창주 름부시 도버 주지 조배 창주 라호 연구요로와 다 조배 창주 세야디 칸데지리 세인도 잔데 조배 창주데 근데 산지기 거당 산지기 예시 산지긴 제바 산지긴 틀레다 등수 되라든 조배 창주 세계로와 고 장화래 driba tamche changware, chubare, toba yongsu zoba kongdo chubare, dengi changwa tang chuban tarchimbade, tene sanji indu zane, tene hoa tanche tonen jibu sanji ki sayu tsonde, tene shuyongu yoda.
As we have talked about the fivefold path of Mahamudra, and here the point on the seventh unit is on the basis of the dedications, and we have also talked about oneself and others, all the all the merits, all the virtues of oneself, and all the merits of the like samsara and also nirvana. And so we are dedicating all this merit for the ultimate enlightenment. And ultimate enlightenment is the Buddhahood, the the state of Buddhahood, and also the deeds of Buddha, and also like the ultimate uh, realizations of the Buddha, one who have realized the ultimate realization, and also one who have uh, had the quality, the activities of the Buddhahood, and that is the resultant state. So, and we are right now at the point of teaching of the resultant state, that is the Buddhahood. That's all.
Tati indu zane, tene, ta kasang nganzo, dorsong gupa yinche di shu simbarwa, ta dorsong jube kawla tu yungu yore. Tati indu dorsong juban danzo jede kasang nganzo shiwa na xingre. Jidan tene, tati dewa sanji ki kumpang to seri zane, ta ngarang tsogu jik namsha jungi, tene, ka nge dang, tati ka manrik pa dang. Wati na xindu nyodegi ri yong su zoba se ne, tene 다 톱자 타르토바지 톱순도 자네 tene yang nganzo ji samuji tang de sanje gi khoma top sana tene ko chawa kanya me ba phaji namkha nan shin tongba tongjang yi wa zhou di chang zhu ji re sama zhou tene yung yu ba di yin du zane tene tinje cha yu ma re sanje ngombar zo ba sangje sana da dong zeban chile da ji namjun le jang tene ji zeban chile je ba wo tene ji yung yu re 이는 텐제긴 제반 틀레 텐조라 나랑서 나신치네 배주 양구 요마레 어디 나신도 테네트난디 덴제지기 자와지 제고 선배 남도 텐데 요마와 띵도 냐메 감보바게 테네 타르징이 나도 틀레 도민 조던제 송거와 산제긴 틀레데 남도 매베 토네 되는 조던제기레 에스티소는 자네 네 가산들이마 좀생 카시지와 산제 되는 우버조와 산제에서도 자네 네 가야 매번 나지 참 문주베 좀생 되라 tene kasang kongdu penaji sanjegi ju tukji de chanchu gesamde jume cheba imbares. Te zamji maatse tene jewun chile natso ba imbares. Ya ta tona jumsen iba jewun chile natso re se ya ti tona tene de shi shiwe kabre. Te ingdu zanda tereng dene dorji songde chuin gundun sangja gyubarji se ya ta te tu yongware.
So as when we were talking now, we had last time, day for yesterday, we had up to the ninth virtual verses of the seventh unit. We have finished that, and today we are going to talk about from the 10th virtual verses of the seventh unit. And here, the 10th virtual verses, Jiten Sungin maintains that one needs to become a Buddha in terms of the entire absolute space of phenomena. And so on. Here, when we are talking about the resultant state of the Buddhahood, is like when you exhaust all the problems, all the complications, and usually what happens, usually the scholars they think about is like when you exhaust like all this problem and all these activities, then you have a notion that nothing, there's no functions at all. There's no like kind of the deeds of Buddha at all. So what it means is it's not something like that. And it's like, as it is stated like by the Gampopa in his teachings that like the Buddha deeds are infinite and it's free from the conceptions and at the same time, the continuation of the deeds are infinite, and it goes on. Like, so therefore, it is stated that like the resultant state of deeds of the Buddha is non-stop going on, and it's spreading, and without having any kind of notions, but somehow without having any conceptions, the 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 deeds of Buddha will go on and on. The continuations of it is there. So therefore, it is stated that the continuation of the resultant state of the Buddha deeds is non-stop going on.
다 추인 군도 산자급으로시 세자네 드는 강조 남준 왜나 다자가 뜸바 샤자투바데 um버 조바 산지바레 세자네 드는 나랑 저기 체지지 소식으로 산지 좀 된데 찌르 유르기 원도 제바 있는 잠불랭 잠불랭이 나네야 surdaji 샤초기 자가 샤초기 나네야 근데 자가게 나네야 다지 네 등산 비하르스게로 와다지 다데 도르지 땡기 초다 근데 지가 드네 뭐버 좀 상제바레 상제세기 유르들라야 나도 체유바지 유소제 근데 상제스를 돈에서는 당하잖아요 다 상제세야 되겠지 고랑기 드네 단단디 다지 추다 지dengi 내가 망체와지 진유지를 samyanda uji madobe 지제 추탐제기 내가 쳔바다 드네 지dengi 감탐제랑 거버 줘봐 상제바다보다 드네기 거지 거버 줘봐 상제베기 출된 타예베지 아주 롱을 드네 흉구요 말와 디인디 다딩가랑 저기 지상도 단단데 우지 차용구요래 대문의 경우도 제용도 전에 산직 거버 줘봐 상제용도 추탐제긴 오라 상제구래 가르스나 상와단 제바스기도와 상용도 전에 가르상고래 추육이 내도가 제베기 제바르 상고래 제용도 전에 가르 제고르서는 추육이 내도도베기 시랍 제고래 된대기 상와단 제반이보디 시제기 추 탐체기 땡도 근데 로고 요래 땡도 전에 단단되는 지된 성공이 산제디 추육이 탐체라 상제고를 마도베 추 제라바 지금 오라 상제바 있는 때는 상제기 고추고 말해스 대나신도 신감 체매발랑 number 상제구로 마도베 신감직 사차 제다바 찌라 상제베 줄된 것은 인데요 말에 스테인도 전에 근데 지금 상제비 제바든도 나랑 쪽이 로기 라발레드네 용수도 받아 대바든지 지레스는 대송은 거예요 되게.
So like when we talk about the enlightenment, the state of the Buddhahood as we have stated in the like 10th of Vajra verses, and also particularly when we talk about the Shakyamuni Buddha. When Shakyamuni Buddha was enlightened, we have a notion that Shakyamuni Buddha was enlightened in a particular place. Like for example in India, and even for like when we talk about it, we talk about Shakyamuni Buddha was born in the eastern part. So like in the eastern part. And within the eastern part, he was born in India, or even within the India, we can say that he was born in Bodh Gaya, and something like that. And also, if you talk about his wisdom aspect, like how, so we have a notion that he might know only some kind of dharma, which is related to the like kind of the the samsara and the nirvana. So something like that. It's not but whereas it is stated that the Buddhist knowledge is very vast, like extensive, and also like the Buddha knowledge is also like wisdom is also like one who can able to avoid, who can abandon all the obscurations and acquire all the knowledge, and the knowledge in the sense that to understand the nature of reality on the basis of all phenomena, not just one or two phenomena, but for all phenomena, understanding that, and also the Dhamma Dhatu, understanding the Dhamma Dhatu on the basis of all the phenomena, and this is known as the Buddhist knowledge. And also, he can give the teaching, or he was giving the teaching at all all the the realms, all the realms of the celestial palace and so on and so forth, which is beyond our imagination, which is beyond our thoughts and concept. So therefore, the enlightenment itself and the teachings of the Buddha is very vast and very extensive. Vasola.
다 띵도 전에 전에 다 되게 주인 군도 상지고래 제가 대송 거와 다 뒤오게 되는 돌송 단다 죽지 바되기 주메 뚫바 메시 란주 바세야 대송 거다 주메 뚫바 메시 란주 바송도 전에 되네 다단디 지다 다 가시게 양지 내세 자단도 제용도 전에 산정 넘버 줘봐 산제 차와 있나 되네 지금 남한난신 고동바 동장도지 창로레스 이내야더니 산지 뚫베 그서야 지금 안 쪽에 나와라 그 샤르추레스 산지게 뚫바서야 지금 샤르추레스 이내 된제게 산지게 뚫바던 줄라더니 믹세게 쪽하야 매바 주미 찌미를 되는 산지게 뚫바던데 되니 연구요래에서 산지게 뚫발라 야지 좀 매바던데 야 손제 같은데 연구요래 디엔규 잔에다 대라더니 되니 그래서 말씀나 좀 매베 뚫바지 용식 말레스 디엔두 when 산지 탐지 가르바 장매바 망볼라더니 소놈다 이시기 초니 사용도 잔에 텐제기 주진 푸숨 조발라 때네더니 산제 남지 누르잔두르베기더니 두반나바 나초바지 연구요래스 텐데 인두 산제라더니 조고레 산제기더니 두바 탐지야 조단 제바 젠다 제바더니 지레스 나오다 텐두 지메 두바 메시 란주 바송만 디 란주 바세 찍데 테니 조단 제바 진지가 고구요스네 군친 추게 차베기 대변에 들리지 송을 니 란주세한테 주진라 뚜바진스 산지기 뚜바 탐지데 줄란 제와 젠단 제와 진디 잔에 란주 바스고고레 송을 띠인도 잔에 간다리야 되네 조 숨고레 송도와 남주 산지기 되네 뚜바이나인다 산지긴 틀려야 거랑 소건 주야라 직 가르고레서는 산제 남지 되네 가르와 참에 망불라 또 인지 전부 야나양도 공바 장주에서 야나양도 공바 어때 산재기 문에 참고하기 주드레스 대돌아더니 나랑 쪽인 문에 참고해야 돼 가르요에서는 산재기 뚫바당 산재기 틀려야 돼 가서 진 제도도 만들어야 돼 나랑 쪽문에 준이바 대바 참고그레스 근데 산재기 문에 두지리 가도이나 요요 가래 대인도다 나랑 쪽문에 대바디 남 좀이 와이나야 근데 뒤수지 투용도 산지기 현재야 산지기 송투야 어다 텔레소거든요 질레 나소진 유용그래 송바레 대인도 잔에 된대기 제도더니 직 대발라서 와라 제야는 배송소고래 스티치도 산지기 되는 줄바 창마들라더니 주단 제바 찐다 제바더니 지레 세야 대송바레.
So as like on this 11th verses, it talks about a Buddha emanation without a cause is impossible. It is its own causes or continuum. So what it means is like, as we have stated, like Buddha, like when the emanation of Buddha comes about, sometimes there's some scholars stated that it comes about like kind of without the causes, and some scholars think that it's like kind of the sky, empty sky. When you get enlightened, it's become like kind of empty skies, like empty. And also when there comes the emanation of Buddha, so without having any causes, something like that. So, but what Lord Jigdasman stated is nothing is possible without the causes and condition. And like, and here what it says is like, whatever the Buddha's resultant state, it has its own causes and conditions, and like it has to be dependent on the like a perfect causes and condition. Like for the Buddha has to strive for eons and eons to cultivate the bodhicitta mind and have to have this kind of resultant state. So therefore, in order to have these kind of emanations for the Buddha, so like there are three kind of causes and condition. And one of the most important is that with the bodhicitta of the Buddha's mind, which has been cultivated or maintained for like countless eons. So that's the one causes. And condition from us is that from ourselves, there should be we have to have the devotion and the faith to the Buddha. So, and the third one is the timing, the the timing of the meeting. The like Buddha, if the bodhicitta of the Buddha and one's own like the devotion meets together on such a certain time, then it's possible. Everything becomes possible. Otherwise, Buddha is also not possible. Even so, that's why the word Buddhism stated is after having enlightened, the Buddha mind goes on, and it was always there, extended over, and only if we have a like kind of the devotion, and at the right time, it will be having a ripening. That's how we meet with the Buddha. So these three causes and conditions are prime. We need all these things. Also.
tene da dorsum juni bategi 다 공대도 튼다 지관으로 산지 시제 땡진 된중 고서야 돼. 땡이 전에 다 단지대 산지기 뚫바지고 란드시나로 산지기 뚫바이네 주고래 해야 돼 숨어로 다 단다 산지기 뚫바점 많이 봐. 산지기 꼭 가는 라지는 양 탐지 땡지기라지레스. 맨나 남중어든 디송도 주군 남가신도 예매징 주군 자천진도 소설사를 송도 디엔도 전에 남카 매송아 있는 자천 샤드서 요마레 양 자천은 로지 매송아 있고 남카 동바랑을 마도 가도니 지금 통야 매와로 디엔도 전에 남카단 자천 땡들이 임바나 신체네 산지기 꾸숨부 대양 땡진 저런 중에 상시 진지레스 다 땡진 저런 중에 상시 간리지가 땡바레스 전에 근데 가생 지단 롭스지 슈바레 단다 되는 dur지송 죽선변나야 롭스지 평용그레 디엔도 전에 간다래야 베나 산제 되네 이 추지고 세야데 되네 단담 창주고 있음 곰베기 라지 임바다고 되네 되나신도 산제 수지고 세야데 군주 창주고 있음 곰베기 라지 임바다고 근데 인도 전에 근데 지금 산제에서 해야 돼야 땡진 저런 중에 라시 진지를 마도베 양지 주메 지멘저보다 강양 매백이 되는 지금 남과 동산하지 말아야스 띵도 걸어와단 양에는 대비 주 탐지고 땡들기란 진로와 가른다지 있는 고 통보이는 양 땡들이 마와지 있는 양 땡들이 친부지 있는 양 땡들이 춘춘지 있는 땡들이 산지 있는 양 땡들이 심지 있는 양 땡들과 땡들 많이 주지야 매송으로 띵도 전에 근데 산지 시제와 같은 땡진 대원 중에 관심 들으시레스 근데 인도 근데 나랑 저기지 가르쳐그래 땡들이 관심 진지 산지기 꾸데 나랑 저기지 누구요나 땡도 땡들 가르를 땡도 저 간제지라 땡도 저 간제지라 땡신 전에 그 간제지 공원도 전도 등수 시험바 전에 근데 잠바다 인지 쪼를 주게 되는 장주고 있음 양타 같은 지 공고래서 야 근데 담아송에서 산지 시작 땡진된 좀 꾸스
Yeah. Now the 11th Vajra verses talks about the how the emanation of Buddha was dependent on the causes and conditions. And here the 12th Vajra verses, it talks about the how the Dhammakaya and the Buddha's resultant Buddha of the Dhammakaya and Sambhogakaya were all dependent on the causes and conditions. These talks about the dependent factor for the causes and the conditions. For example, it's stated that without the causes and condition, nothing is possible. So therefore, it says the Dhammakaya is like a kind of the sky, and the Sambhogakaya is like kind of rainbow in the sky. So it's dependent upon them. So therefore, when we talk about the Dhammakaya, it dependent upon its causes and condition. That is the kind of bodhicitta, the ultimate bodhicitta, and the Sambhogakaya depend upon the kind of the conventional bodhicitta and so forth. And this is how it talks about it. And whatever the the kayas of the Buddha. There are 3 kayas of the Buddha, whatever the kayas of the Buddha. These are all dependent upon their specific causes and conditions. Nothing comes about without the causes and conditions, like empty like the sky. So therefore, even the Buddha has to have its dependent factor to comes into existence. Same as like the sentient beings also have to have dependent factor to come into existence. So therefore, in order to like accomplish or in order to accomplish the Buddhahood, we have to first figure out what are the causes and conditions for such Buddhahood. For example, like kind of with the bodhicitta, with the compassion mind, these are the main thing, and with many like kind of requirements. So for the causes and condition, if we accomplish the causes and condition, then the resultant state comes by of its own. So since it is dependent factor, it comes to own. And also in the 13th verses, it also talks about it a little bit briefly about it. So we'll and the most very important point is that nothing comes into existence without causes and condition, like empty like a sky or something like that. So therefore, the Buddha's resultant state had its own causes and condition. That's all.
tene da dorsung juksung ba tegi manjuk longchu jure xeba yu sung ai dewa andi tanda kongi sanje shi se tenjin den jung go se ya ne sun chue bare de indu zane namju ngarang so pena ji da ga ju ba gi chanchu ge sem de la chanchu ge sem ye wa sum ro ju sung ro manjuk tendam chanchu sem ji do sung ge manba chanchu ge sem juba chanchu ge sem tene tadandi da tendam chanchu ge sem sung ge de indu zane ju chanchu ge sem namba sum ye be gi 제우 되라 중재 되라 근데 산지기 고승의 남자지 송은 거요와 대인도 전에 전담 장축승 그 되라 주고 근데 지용게 남주인지 투문 그 송단 제인도 전에 뭔바 장축승 그 되라 산지 줄고 주바 장축승 그 되라 롱고스는 송거와 다 단단되네 지단 된데 레데 이나야 다동대 마세 뭔바 장축승 대야 롱주주고 그 줄에 juba chanchu gesem tenya sanje trube gu jore tiendu mwenju ni bote ta jigdu ji mwenba de sanje trugu jigu ge tarandi joyin bandawo juba de tene longju zugu gu jigu gu joyin batale mare pensun tene jodan jin tene chichigre es tiendu zane ndona tene sanje ge kusum ngondu jibar chebala tene mwenju tandam chanchu gesem namba sumbo tela dan nenten chegu e saya tesong bare.
So here, the Vajra verses 13th Vajra verses. Jiten Sunyin also maintains the aspiring bodhicitta is the causes for the Sambhogakaya and engaging bodhicitta is the causes for the Nirmanakaya. So what it means is that usually when we talk about the bodhicitta, there are 3 kind of bodhicitta. That is the aspiration bodhicitta, which is the causes of the Nirmanakaya. And also there is a second one is the engaging bodhicitta, which is the causes of the Sambhogakaya. And there is a third one, which is the like ultimate bodhicitta or the Pramartha bodhicitta, which means like which is the causes for the Dharmakaya. The causes for the Dharmakaya. And here when we talk about the aspiration bodhicitta and the engaging bodhicitta, these 2 are actually like becomes the become the part of the like. So like for example, the aspiration bodhicitta becomes the causes for the Sambhogakaya, and the engaging bodhicitta also becomes the causes for the Nirmanakaya. So therefore, these 2 are actually mutual. They will help each other, mutually try to give the like aspiration bodhicitta will try to awaken the Nirmanakaya, and at the same time, the engaging bodhicitta will also help to arise the Sambhogakaya. So therefore, they are mutually like benefiting each other for the arising of the Nirmanakaya and Sambhogakaya. So this is they have related to each other.
다 되네 dorje 송 줍지바 되게 그숨 타데메지 주바인 송도와 단대 송도 전에 가르 송거에서나 단다 공도 산재기 주 장축의 섬 넘버 숨세지 송거와 디인디 전에 장축의 섬 넘버 숨부터 당가랑 손 대시 잡지 근데 제인디 전에 가간다고 지금 연기 차네 장축의 섬 넘버 숨부터 이해매바 냠술 랭고에 송도와 디인디 전에 남주 가르 송거에서는 뺐나 네 다신 남가다냐베 심지에 탐지 산지기 공방 토벌은 4배 돈에 멤버 chanjugi sems de toben deba dedan dene niji jimbala sobegi lagla jubatela juba chanjugi sems dendegi sambadang lale deda tamjegi rangsin chaja jimbu kangin badela dendam chanjugi sems dijidu zane semsumbu deya ngo tame debe rangsin de jiri songdawa di indu zane da semsumbu ngo ta debe mebe rangsin de inban indu zane 제공업으로 줘봐 산재배 값은 산재기 꾸숨 수도잖아요. 장에 타대 받는데 지금 말에 스테송게 된도 가시에게서는 이 산재 들고 써야 돼. 산재 때지 쪼안다고지. 농구 텔레티 잘한다고지. 주거들 배첸 통본다고지. 근데 지금 안 되시는 게 연결해 스테 말에서 된도 전에 꾸숨 써야 돼. 근데 뭐게 차네. 주거 뭐 동백이 차네. 주거 라신 사르와게 차네. 농구 투진가바 매베게 차네데 둘구스네 오다 탄데게 장시진지레 어디인도 자네 꾸숨보 타데 매바트네 가드이나에 되지 냠바 친구 올레 주도요레 세테 송바다.
So here the 14th visual verses, the 3 kayas are not separated but abide continuously together. And what it means is like usually there we have like consigns when the 3 resultant state, that is the like Nirmanakaya, Sambhogakaya, and Dharmakaya. And we take Nirmanakaya as the lower and the Sambhogakaya as some better than that, and the Dharmakaya is like a supreme one. So what the logical state is that there is no differences between these 3 kayas, resultant state. Why? Because this we have to practice these 3 things, these 3 in a unison, in the union form of these 3 kayas. Why? Because these 3 kayas has no upper and lower, but these 3 are all the same status. Why? Because these 3 come from the causes and condition. Like for example, first comes the aspiration bodhicitta, which give rises to the Nirmanakaya, and then there comes an engagement bodhicitta, which give rise to the Sambhogakaya, and also on these 2, the understanding of the Mahamudra, of understanding of the emptiness, of the understanding of these 2. On this top, this is known as the Dhammakaya, which is the realization of the emptiness or the Mahamudra on top of these 2, and this is known as the Dhammakaya. So therefore, when we are practicing these 3 kayas, we have to practice these 3 kayas in the same level, unified, integrated together in one, 3 in 1. We have to. It has the same status, like kind of same potential they have. So we have to practice these 3 as a unison. That's all. And they are not separated from each other. They are union of each other. That's all.
다테네 도르송 쭈나바테기 산제 탐제 승진줄라슈 세테 송바라 다디 인도 전에 단다 공도 가르송 송선은 줍시베 값을 kusum tade meji yukwa yin sin so so ta kawa yu yore se ya ji nguru wa te yin zane tani namjun kare song gwe sin na ji nga zo ta denba tan zo lo de zane mangbu yung de wa zhurgu ge shinkam minji shinkam sin na sun zambu ling da ta ji de la so gen ji ten ge kam to zhurgu shinkam lungu ge shin sin na wo ming ge shinkam tane chugu ge shin si do zane tane chugu yin se ya ta tane ji de shen na ne ta yung gu yore wa 다 단단되는 무유 내수고 먼저 제일 전에 산지 꾸숨세야 돼 가상가도 시와 나지래 강사 속는 문제 나야 매래 왜냐 예담게라 냄초도 파모스도 전에 포지도 뭐지 말와 강사 부모님 말에 나랑 저기 승그라신 대버시위 님보디 사찬에 야그나 뭐라 샤구래 동찬에 용근 뭐라 샤송아 되지라 예담스는 송거와 때 나신 이거 전에 산지에서야 돼야 지 문에게 나랑 저기 샘그라진 데 산지에서는 송거를 말도 그 산지 공방 토그를 쓰도 전에 대문도 줄 또반 다른 바지 토바 있는 산지 톱스 송거를 말도 나도 되니 다자 그때 뭐 샤저토가 차도 그랬을 때 세요 말와 산지기 주랑도 나 차도 그랬 송요 말와 산지기 주랑도 상지기 그랬 송요 봐 마도베 주랑도 되니 베 초사 데바잖아 되니 나 차기 그랬어 띵도 잘보세야 장매 그 이유는 던도 차기 그랬는 송요 말와 띵도 산지 차기 그랬어 띵도 더 산지에서야 돼 단다 공도 시바나 진전에 되니지 승계란신 대하더니 뭐네게 산지 뭐만 대송거래 나 디지털 산에 가서 디 지된 송공기 탄다 몇 잡되면 나와 송요와 랑 추구이 뭐 마시베 송도와 아 셈님모 원도 주바야 만크로한 쳔베 셈진을 용 한번 추지 잡도 소송을 텐데 산에 라니 추구이 뭐 송이자도와 어 디지털 산에 땅가랑 주 라니 산지인 뭐다 추서도 산에 된대게 산제디 구송게 라신이 뭐다 주고 디지털 산에 산제 담지 유사대 신감지가 주요 말이스 산지 죽을 놈고 죽은 나봐서 뭐디 말한서 심진기 뒤로 주요레스 땡디 생각이 대어르시고 있는 거도 산지 구성계란지에 송게
So here, when on the 15 Vajrayasis, all the Buddhas abide in the being's mind stream. And as we have stated, like in the fourth Vajrayasis, the three kayas are not separated but abide continuously together. Now, question arises: where do these three kayas abide? It is stated that it abides all these Buddhas abides in the being's mind stream. And usually, what we have the notion is that when we accomplish the like nirmana kaya, then one abides in like kind of the in the world of the human beings, or in the world of these the Omin Shinka means Omin means the meditation means where the peoples are abiding. And also, like when we are Sambhogakaya, then it's kind of the some other celestial palace. And when you talk about the Dhammakaya, we say that Dhammakaya abides in the kind of the like Dhammadhatus or something like that. But and also it's like when we talk about the like Chakra Sambhara, we talk about the Chakra Sambhara rhythm and its practice. And when we talk about these male and female and whatever sorts, but actually we have to practice these in the nature of our mind, not other than the nature of our mind. All these rhythms, whatever it is the nature of our mind actually. Therefore, when you talk about the Buddha, and when we talk about the Buddha, so we don't talk the Buddha outside of us. We talk the Buddha within ourselves, within our mind stream. For example, the Lord Gyaltsen has stated in the 7 verses of the Tara's refuge, and in these he stated that one's own mind stream has to be the Buddha is there in one's mind stream, because we don't know that, and this is how we miss. So therefore, one's own mind is the Buddha. We have to have the conviction or the understanding or the realization of that one's own mind is the Buddha. So therefore, when one is realized that one's own mind is the Buddha, so then only one becomes Buddha. So therefore, these three states, the resultant state of Buddha, stays actually abides in each and every sentient beings, in the mind stream of each and every sentient beings. Therefore, it is stated that all the Buddhas abide in beings' mind stream. That's all.
다티인딘 디 도선 종아반데기 nengachi karsung geresna nanjung anzo pena ta chowa dang tene mangboji nyamne nangerwa indu zane tene flagi jirim so indu zane tene ngaran so ge daji susu rani laimba gungu yunanda ndena laimba la gungu yunanda kanda tansula gombe ge la de la tamsik samba segerwa tene tamsik samba tene la yishi samba gu temji ya ji yungurwa indu tene jibe 아 워밍기 신내더니 라이시 선바 탐제더니 탐색 선바라 예매도 줄으세야 다 근데 교회나 연구여와 이 지도 전에더니 워밍기 신세야 되면 제가 지금 치료를 지금도 손도한 지된 송게 치료지로 워밍기 신감세야지 요 드나 라이시 선바도 배 지고치는 주 근데 상호지 단계열에 스테 마레스 문에 제나 라이시 선바세야 돼 지신의 배치 근데 견된 준비가 느려 손을 난조 산노당단 나신 제가 있나 배제 배바 지금 건데 산노당단 나신 제가 있나 근데 워밍기 신감라야 되나 저기 말당 근데 추라라서 와 배제인데 유연애들이 배 수자 신부 근데 최된 게 산지 로고서야지 배제 유와 산노당 시리스 근데 배나 자나기 양지 메트도 산노당와 있는 근데 워밍 신감서야 돼배 강바 포장 지신 이동와 근데 지세 아직 jaze ta liu job je sigirwa kandar tende chöne ju denge tende yosono dangres dijidan tende samgire de ngune sina sanje seya de shingam tende saja jilo ju dewa yo mare songdo wa tena ji indu ta jiden songo ge de songo wo mengi shingla a ju sende tene kap de du gi ngune gi dengi wo meng ngoma de sursana soso ge tende sini deware shibe nimbu ngo de dengi wo meng ngoma deres 아 이나야 durjalama 송윤도 전에 근데 워맹기 신라 상제발에 세안다다 들리지 송윤도 되네 산제긴 도그나요 삼성 워맹세야디 야 주컴의 유베송도지 삼성 워맹세야디 양 주컴len 대백의 양신감 진다지 임바들 송윤그레스 원에 제나다지 칠로라 신감 워맹세야지 문진지구 유나 근데 주란 산지기 kumang kawa tong ti xing de women ge xing res den de chilo le women se ji mun zin chi gu yo na ta den ge women ma de ne sem ge ran xin de bar xi gu ni bo de res den de zane sanje tam je sem jing ge ju le ju de de zane ju sa de ne sem ge chu ni le ju de yo res de ji de nga zo yi xie sem ba zu jian den xi be ga zu rang xin ge ne ne jian chang bu ju su mu de was rang xin ge ne se de ju ni de la ko gu res de ne yang pa na ji chwa pa char wi ji su du drum zu do wa 이시반은 란식인에서 식 세로와 이 식류 전에 야 신감은 현다지라 파 배송하나 지선은 마당 대두가는 심 준이긴 뭐라 파트니 예미도 땜송아 지선은 당고래 송도와 대인도 전에다 뒤 된다데 네 산제 던지 심진주를 주 샌디기 땡그레스네 단다 공직인 저체가가 나한테 송요래고 대인도 전에 되지 인규사래
So here, an additional definition for the 15 virtual verses. So when we have to it's very important to understand is that. So when we are doing some kind of like rituals or the practices, we have a like kind of visualizing the deities and also actualizing the deities. So like we say we first visualize the deities, then we actualize it to oneself and so forth. So that time, what happens is like we intend to invite the visualized the Buddha from some other celestial palace to one's own mind or something like that. So this is actually the kind of like notions that people have it, and what the Lord Jesus said is this is not the case. So actually, our mind is actually there. The Buddha is there in our mind in its complete form. And also it is stated that like by the Giden Chamber, one of the scholars. So when we talk about like the Hokmin or the Celestial Palace, so if that is a Tibetan, then he might think that, oh, there must be some Celestial Palace which is very beautiful, but at the same time a lot of like kind of milk and butter and cheese and all of milk and butter and cheese and so forth is there. You're able to able to drink and eat all this cheese and so forth. But if there is the Chinese people, then they must be thinking like a celestial being must be very beautiful, very enjoyable, like having music and so forth and so on. So this is not the case. So in reality, what it means is it is within our mind. It's within the nature of our mind. When you talk about this, the from the celestial, the palace of beings. So some people think that it must be in the realm of the form realm or beyond that or something like that. But actually, when we talk about the real heaven, it is not other than the nature of our mind. So it is, then it is even in the like kind of the like when you are practicing in the ritual, it's stated that like it has to be invited, and it has to be invited, and it has to be like engaged into the into the form of mind. So sometimes when you think about engaged into the form, so people think that it is different from our mind and going outside mind somewhere, someplace. So it's what the Lord Jesus stated is that it is not other than our mind. There's nothing celestial being which is beyond our mind. It is within our mind. And when we say engage into the like the Dhammakaya or engage into the Dhamma Dhatu, our mind, it means it engaged into the nature of our mind. So it goes into our mind and it's engaged into the nature of our mind. This is the point here.
tene tena shindu tandandi nganzu pena ta sanjeda lama ya tene ta susu zawe lama tene chida lama se ndu zane yang tene ngarang su ta ji nganzu la tene ji zukjengi kansa gen namba tene jing nangi yore de tendu tene lama gi ta ji lama se ne nganzu mengda sa ngoma ta lama gi tu chuni dirwa te ndu zane tadan tene lama yang tene ngarang su kan rawa yo mare se ya te tene sungwe se re ta ji kuzung rawa ji na ta ngarang su lama nan te kuzung rawa ji na ko ji chilo shen da ji lungwa shen da ji ko den den shu ya tene ji yung re te yin ya lama te tu chuni de tene ngone ji ngang su to na nguyu ne su ko de chen na tene lama da ran sum san je sum rawa yo mare se song yung do te ji du zan tene je su mele gi ngur ji nan du di ji song re ka se 맨매 세게 되는지 웬베르 줄을 대봐 있나 semba 조항한 그 조야 요 말레스 네 라마 뒤송게 산제 되라 이게 되는 무구 대바 제 대봐 있나 이 돈동 와라 내봐 있나 그래지 라마한테 뒤 나야 되는 자와 요 말레스 송도와 이 좀생 가르치는 차 용기를 쓰는 산에 라마다 되는 ransamda 산제 송보데 오다 타데메비 좀 센다 라마다 ransim 산제 송보데 가두이네 나라서 심리 뭐라 유대바 임비 좀 생기고네 드린 자와네 같이 차로 그래서와 어떤데 인도 잔에 드는 진주고 되양 단단되네 산제 탐지 심진주로 유세 오다 되게 땡겨서래 인도 다 계절 도도로지 쉬와이나 산제나 심진 전화한다 라마다 ransim 산제 송보데 또바 니네 된대게 또바된 파르카도 진송와이나야 되는 가능성 되고 산지 주지고 있는 공부하는 토바 이말에서 오다 뒤인지 되게 되는 되고 산지 사이 좀데 단도도 이제 쉬 차와 이말다.
So here now it's the complementary and additional descriptions for the 15 virtual verses, and it is stated that the reason why it is stated that the Buddha and the one's was guru. So, like for example, if you think about their form and so forth, we may find it different from us. Like if you think about the Buddha's, the guru's form and all this. But if you think about their mind, or the nature of their mind, and so forth. So if you think about the nature of the Buddha's mind or master's guru's mind, then there's no difference between the guru's mind's nature, one's own nature, and therefore it is stated that guru, one's own mind, and Buddha is not different from each other. It's not separated from each other. So therefore, the Milarepa has stated that if you are being in the cave, they like being a sadness, kind of feeling the sadness. There's no end to that. But at the same time, with the devotion, if you pay the like a devotion to the masters, to the guru, then there is a kind of like uh, there is no separation from the master, from the Buddha, and one's own mind is not separated. If you have a like kind of like a pure devotion, then Milarepa stated that there is no separation of your mind from the Guru and from the Buddha. It means that your mind, the Guru, and the Buddha are the same. It has the same nature. So this is what the Milarepa stated there. So it means that all the Buddhas abide in the mind, in the being's mind stream. That's all.
라서 당가도 되기 좀 등기 돈의 공직대 단도르든 로지 슈 심바트네지 네 대인도 자나다 다네 네 다와지 하스지 아직 그전 로지는 다와지 하스로 다이네 주든 대가서 뭐 말이 돼 이나야 다와지 하스가 나라 되는 거 공직대 지 쉬야게 고급 총알이 되는 자네 되는 지 근수 토라 당보 토말 지 공신난게 되니 공신 나외 토네 되니 지 되게 거름 딩 자름 딩케 되는 자름 딩낭 사회 제라 되니 아주 가서 그래 게이 갈깔 junken게 계준 넘버 매와 있는 게 시에다나 잠으세 고마와 근데 인도니 계준 넘버 되니 아지 계준 유에 시에다나 닌케 매나야 민리군도 자네 되니 생케 넘버 단도나 되니 달랭게 가서 공지기 주티 다시 용수도 봐 리뷰 중앙 데라 인터뷰 용수도 봐라 근데 토마를 근데 투지 체스 된도 오늘이지 갈와서 뭐 배충송 강에서는 공지 직된게 감소 되는 총내 아무로 제자사 지금 로요래 이나야 뭐로 제자사 기생기 저번 직된 순군에 손에 단대 천진 자벨라면 바르기 되는지 라마 주바의 집에게 진압식 대백이 되니 배 송랍 자 진부지 어떤지 인도산에 되는 등속을 돌아 다지 시 신기 유의 매라의 대소물에 대해 인하여 고지 시기 유의 쿨 전에 내려긴 주야게 고급 유와대 배마시베 나랑은 손음 친구들 오지 성규 근데 인도산에 되는 달랭기 고리는 게 참말라 되는 두지 체에서는 쉬어야 되지
So now, with the vital point of the fruition, we have completed here the 7 units of the teachings of the Gongchig, and it is almost like 1.5 months. Actually, the teachings went on. Actually, the session is not that long, not that much, but somehow it took like kind of 1.5 months almost. And first and foremost, I thank for the organizer and one who come up with the ideas for the organizing the teachings of the Gongchig, and who try to make it be successful. And the second one is I thank for the people who are there, the translators who translate, and without the translations, it won't be successful. And the third one is that the people who listen to the teachings, and it was very fortunate for all of us. And thank you so much. And also, very importantly, this Gongchig teaching has the story of 800 years, and it comes down from the great masters until down to ourselves for us. And here I'm trying to explain it, the Gongchig, I'm not sure whether I have explained it precisely and perfectly as what the master has stated, but I'm trying my best to explain as much as possible with my understanding on the level of my understanding, best on my best level, try to explain it. So since it is coming from all the great masters until now, and I take its opportunity, and it is a like kind of so fortunate for me to be a part of it, and all of you. So thank you so much.
네, 다 공식 TS 그래서 일단 공식이 숑데 배 자침보 땡사고 되지 인도잖아요. 네, 다 내군에 무색이 티하게 내세디시란 당부랑 요 말에 띵도 참참디 공진데 신나라 디지송요래 계시 공직이 용데 시에시나 야고지 파시에스 시에마시는 조바랑 삽 송요래 띵도 자네 전선 제연도 자네 대세야지 공직 지유라도 자네 대세 신나 지고야로 오지래 다 이나야 근데 다네 간다르지 티 심에는 마도이바 다지 소소特别 점쟁이도 전에 제단테네 다지 예 공지 긴디 추티 근데 탱 카시지 슈사 가든진 근데 켄체 권초 전세를 뭐지 군도는데 디인도 자네 지 디인도네 간다 랜던 카시지 투슈 되는 거네지 난ken근 거네야 생이 상황지 인도 자네 나야 된 생이 상황지 나와래 다 슌ken근 거네야 슈외 값수배 자신 자상 상황에 돈이지 슈예매 강시대 간다지 대바당 당한지 그 돈은 거네 슈외인 디인도 자네 간다 토야의 야구지 토요 성성적으로 되지 디인도 자네 근데 대장 맞에 배기 다 단답어도 배치 물로 니슈 자장지 링라 배치 로르를 공지 특마를 티 유레스는 배치 람 저원도 매 공지 파티야 양망부티 네 야지 티야 매외기 로르 지는 소속이 야지 공지 제와 가이로 와지라 로르는 차르르는 제기요 어때인도 다 텐소게 되는 좀센데 제네 근데 다른 나지 자와 코란랑 게 돈만 만들도 윤도지 슈 에시 미신도 오지 때네 다 들은 유 용수도 같은데 지 주바래
So like the Gongchig teaching is actually very profound and it's very extensive. And I'm not sure whether I have done the best of the best and how well I have been, given the teachings. Actually, like it is stated in the one of the Gongchig's teachings. If you know the teachings of Gongchig, then you should explain it extensively and profoundly. Otherwise, if you don't know how to, teach the Gongchig, then you should teach it very fast and quickly and finish it. So something like that. But whereas, like I have listened to this Gongchig teaching from Khenchen Gyaltsen for over like 20 years, maybe. I can possibly say that I've listened teachings from Khenchen Gyaltsen for 20 times or for 20 years like this. And when I think about the Khenchen Gyaltsen, from the point of the master point of view, I think there's no problem because master is the authentic master, and I receive the teachings from the authentic masters. And also I have a like kind of faith and devotion is the pure, but I doubt whether I have a understanding, real understanding of the teachings or not. This is the questions. But somehow, even if there's no teachings for the Gongchig, but later on I read the commentaries once in every year, and so on and so forth. Then therefore, like having these kind of experiences. So today here with you all, I try to explain whether I know or know whether I know or not. So try to explain as much as I could according to my like kind of my capabilities, my abilities. So this is how we have completed here. Lasola.
다행히 공지지 태안 리톤의 지난번에 두배 데이지 수백의 차트의 종송아 있나 대담제의 관심 괜찮은 부채다 오단 도나지 진진 자외라마 오내 종대 타나드니지 가가 강가스는 통해 이해랑 얘기 이제 탐제라는 저와 유대 같은 데지 인도잖아요 그게 대다 탐제가 되니까 린 지수점에 토네 와다 대탐제가 되니 공부 좋도 같은 데지 드니 모노시위 드니 참말라 다시 데레다 베지 대가랑 거네 드니 참 당행은 참셔야 되지 라서
So, like, it is for this reason that if with the teachings of this Gongchig, if there is like some kind of like the benefit for the you listeners or the other sentient beings, then I take these merits, offer to the Khenchen Gyaltsens and also all the the continuations of the like the masters, great master, who were very kind from all the way from Jita Sumin up to until now, and also the who are very kind teaching me like kind of the the Kakaganga, and from that until the the who are all the teachers who has benefited me to make me at this point to understand the Gongchigs. So therefore, then I wish and I aspire that all the wishes and the aspirations of all this great master be accomplished and the peace and happiness for all. So today, from me, this is all what I can say. And thank you so much. That's all.
Thank you so much, Khenchen, Nyima, San Rinpoche. Thank you, Kenbola. That's so wonderful. So, on behalf of organizers, Susu will have a few words to Khenchen and Kenbola.
So I hope everybody can hear me. So on behalf of the Vietnamese, we call our Zoom room the Bodhicitta Zoom room, Zoom Bodhitam. We would like to gratefully thank Khenchen, Nyima Gyaltsen Rinpoche, and also Khenpo Khenle and Chupan Kunzang for first for Khenchen's wonderful teaching, for Khenpo Kinley's wonderful translation, and for Chupan Kunzang for all his advice and support. And so I would also like to thank Chupan Kunzang and Lama Abo for giving us the idea of inviting Khenchen for the Gongchig teaching, because we actually are a group who have never done the multi-language teaching before. So this is our first time ever. And we would like to apologize for all the technical mistakes and other mistakes that we have committed in the beginning, because we are so inexperienced. But as we all know, the Gongchig teachings are so precious. And even though people say that you really need to understand the basics first before you learn Gongchig, but to us, Gongchig is the perfect foundation, is a perfect view of Lord Chitin Songong and of all Buddhas. So if you understand the perfect view of Gongchig and then you base on that and you do your practice, then you would not go in the wrong direction. So we want to thank you, Khenchen, so much for allowing us to be able to receive this teaching from you, because this is the perfect connection with Lord Chitin Songong and with the perfect teaching of Lord Buddha and of the Jukung Kaju lineage. So we want to thank you and offer our most sincere appreciation. So we also like to thank you, the translators, Lama Kunjo, Rocco, Catherine, Sonam, Alex, and Victoria, for allowing us to offer this teaching to students of other languages. And we also would like to thank the organizing team, the host, Pauline, Christy, and then the technical team of Trương and Nia and Kim and Alice, Luan, and Sarah Fawn. And also we have a transcribing team. We have Hang and Zong and Ming Châu and other members who also volunteer. And then we want to thank the participants and the volunteers, because without you, then we won't have a successful teaching like this. So we would like to also sincerely and with all our heart to request Khenchen Nyima Gyaltsen Rinpoche to please come back and to give us more teachings on Gongchig and on other subjects as well. And we also would like to also thank you, Khenchen Gongchig Gyaltsen Rinpoche, for giving all the wonderful teachings to Khenchen Nyima Gyaltsen and all the teachers who have supported Khenchen Nyima Gyaltsen Rinpoche, so that he is a perfect teacher for us to give us the teaching on the perfect Gongchi. So thank you so much, everyone. So now we would like to invite Chupan Kunsang to say a few words.
Okay, so I will speak English. I think Khenchen Rinpoche will understand. So first of all, I'm very, very thankful, Khenchen Rinpoche, from my bottom of heart, that your very tight schedule, even you took the time for us, all our Digunga youth students. It was many our Digunga youth students here in Europe and other countries. They wish it's a very long time to get completely Gongchig teaching from authentic master. And because every year centers, they invite lamas, they teachers coming, they have only short time. So they can give only short instructions, even 2 days and maybe 5 days, no more. So it is like we Tibetan call it ring into Napidabidom. That was the long time wish many sanghas who would like to get really Gongchig teaching thoroughly from the Khenchen Rinpoche. And I was the one who was trying to arrange that beginning, and then our sanghas, and then especially the organizer from Vietnam team, everybody want to do that. And now we have received all these teachings from Khenchen Rinpoche. Every participant here and organizers, Khenchen Rinpoche is very, very busy, and he has lots of schedules, and many of want to get teaching from him. But he took the time for us and got the teaching Gongchig till now. And as I know so far that Khenchen Rinpoche, that there's no better teacher can teach like Gongchig in India, outside of Tibet. Maybe there in Tibet some teachers can do, because Khenchen Gyaltsen is very busy. He's now also quite old, so we don't want to bother him. That's why Khenchen Rinpoche is really, really that we are so fortunate, so happy to get all these teachings. And we would like to thank you so much, Khenchen Rinpoche, your help, your long life, and we respect from the bottom of heart. And then we wish future also such organizations, such a occasion when it's possible that Khenchen Rinpoche and you can recommend us which teaching will be good for you, suitable Khenchen Rinpoche, and suitable for translators, suitable for the participants, our students. Will be very, very grateful, because this was extremely good experience, I think. And then the organizers, so thank you very much. You all organized, even it's not very easy. And the translator, of course, our Kenila, man translator, in German translator, in Russian, in Vietnam, all the translators, you are the second teacher of in this Zoom. And without you guys, there's no way to get the information from Khenchen Rinpoche. So translator, of course, Loza, the Lobin, unite Lobin together. Teaching was like Pentatized Khenchen and lots of you guys. So that was very extremely good. I'm very, very happy for that. And now for the participants this time, you have got it teaching. Of course, this cannot leave. Once you get, we have to review that and study that, and any kind of result you have, maybe you have to report Khenchen Rinpoche, that teacher will be very, very happy. The students study and practice, and that's why I'm so happy and I'm very grateful, Khenchen Rinpoche. Thank you very much that your kindness and your hard work, and we will never forget you, and we need you again because your teachings are very easy and very perfect and very precisely, and that lots of Sangha give me also lots of good feedbacks. They really get this time good teaching from Khenchen Rinpoche. So I would like to thank you so much, everybody, and hope to see you again in Zoom with all these people or beautiful face. So some realizations come next time. That's all I want to say. Thank you so much. Thank you. Lasso Khenchen Stati in this lab.
Well, and the last one.
Nice.